So, the family is here eating their food. Summer break, so everybody's home. But this is what I wanted to make the video about, and we're not going to apply this anytime soon, to be honest with you, but I want to show you a brand new product from Yard Mastery that just came out. I've heard nothing about it. I actually stumbled across it on the Yard Mastery app, just looking around, browsing, and excuse me. Oh no, Natalie, hold the box for us. There it is. What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. We're in the middle of summer. It is now July. It is hot. It is humid. We had a little small tropical storm come right on the border, I believe, South Carolina and Georgia. So we got the tropics firing up, and it's just that time of year, man. And as I mentioned many times before, we are in survive the summer mode here in my lawn. At least that's the mode that I'm in and the mindset that I have. I'm not trying to go too heavy on fert or on anything, but surviving to the fall. I've yet to do that. If you're new to the channel, I'm a DIYer. I'm not a professional. I have no previous knowledge other than the past 2 years. I've been listening to YouTubers like Alan Hain and Pete Denny over at GCI Turf, and Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, and some of you other YouTubers that are out there. I listen for knowledge and experience and apply it here in the lawn. So far we've been successful, but last year my lawn got melted away in the summer. This year I'm doing my best. I'm all in on that poker game of trying to get my lawn to survive through the summer into this upcoming fall. So that's where we are. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you would. We'd love to have you around. But with that said, let's get into the video. I want to briefly talk about something I'm seeing in my lawn, and then hopefully we're going to be able to talk about a new Yard Mastery product, which we're going to talk about and how it's going to be beneficial to me and my lawn, and hopefully to you as well. So let's do a little quick mini update of the lawn right here behind me, because I want to discuss something with you. All right, I'm going to use the Double Take app here because I think it's pretty cool, and I've not used it in a while, so you get to kind of see me and the lawn at the same time. So I want to talk about this area right here. One of the things that I'm noticing is, number one, clearly we've talked about potassium, potash, K in our soil, in our yard. It's needed for heat stress. But I'm seeing this year the same thing I began to see last year. Everywhere where the shadow begins right here in my backyard, guys, I'm starting to see the grass thin away, melt away, just like what I was talking about before. I kind of hinted on this in the last video that we talked about. Remember down here, we got some brown patch. It seems to be growing out. It seems to be coming up. It's not dying off or getting worse. So the propiconazole seems to be doing its job. But as I get over here, you can notice, well, we've had, it was almost like the last 2 rains that's been really heavy. We've had the grass right here. You can just see it's bare. It's like it's washing the grass away. And the only thing, I was like, man, I'm putting down K. If I come over here to some of these areas, you can even see right here. See where you see those little blue dots? That is where some of the potassium, the 0048, I just recently got another shipment of that in. I didn't film it, but I just applied that the other day. Immediately after I put that down, we had a good 10-minute hard rain to just really pound it and wash it in. So it should be actually in the soil now. But this area over here, now keep in mind, if you're new to the channel, that's not just died off. That's been like that, but a lot of this was thicker. It's not super thick anymore. It's thinned out a lot, and the same is the case over here by the swing set for my kids. This has thinned out over the past month or so. Same thing here, and I'm like, okay, well, we got roots here, but it's been fine all year until now. And I'm like, okay, very interesting. Well, if the K is an issue, why is this not thinning out over here? Why is it right here where I'm standing? And then if I come over here a little bit, not so much, but it's thinning some right here on the edge and a little bit right here as well, which could be some of the disease we're trying to cure. And then that's about it. But here's what I think I've been praying about it. I pray about my problems, yes, even yard problems. And I think what God is helping me to understand is, do you notice where all of those areas are? They're in the shade. And I'm like, okay. I'm wondering if all of these tree branches they're not full of leaves during the fall, during the winter, and during the early spring. But now that they've really grown in, I'm wondering, and I've noticed, I've been actually watching it today. We've had no sun hit any of these areas so far today. And yesterday it was about 5 o'clock when I noticed, and I've been watching it all morning, and no sun has hit any of these shaded areas down here. So I'm wondering if lack of sun is one of the reasons why we're seeing this thin out. Clearly, potassium, is good for heat stress, but it's cooler. It is probably, it feels like 5 to 10 degrees cooler over here in the shade than it is standing over here in the sun right here. But this is not getting that vitamin D. It's not getting that sunshine. And I'm wondering, Lord, is this why this is fading out? Now, clearly, we got roots. We got this, and I understand that causes shallow roots. I got that. But right here, this is what I'm really talking about. Why is this thinning out all of a sudden? And the only thing I can think of is maybe it's the leaves fully grown in the shade. And so maybe I'm thinking I need to seek a lawn care professional's opinion. So you guys feel free to share this with anybody that may know. But I'm thinking the shade is kind of it's not getting enough sun. The leaves are so full, the trees are so full now that we're not getting any sunshine down here, and it needs sunshine. The grass in the sun is doing fine. There is no thinning that I can find anywhere in the grass in my yard where the sun is shining. This is the only shady area, and this is the only place I'm having the problem, which leads me to this conclusion. So let me know what you guys think. I don't want to make the whole video about this, but just brainstorming out loud. I'm tempted on the Facebook group that I'm in of possibly talking about and asking some of the pros that are in there, people that, again, know more than I do. And so that makes sense to me. And if that is the case, then come spring, I may need to sow some shade grass. Some type of grass that's in the shade, creeping fescue I've heard, or other type of grass that we may need to blend in down here, or clearly eliminate some branches, which I came out here today. I'm like, yep, it's the shade. Let me cut some branches. Well, all the branches are way up in the air. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. If that sounds like, yep, I think you're onto something, Mr. Ferguson, let me know if you're agreeing with me. Again, I'm not a pro. I'm just going by common sense and what I've learned thus far. And again, I keep pumping in the K so we have stress relief to not have this continue to spread. It'll be curious to see if it happens out here in the main part of the backyard, but let me know what you think, and I'll keep you updated as it either thins out more or stays the same or gets better. So we'll see together. Introducing Green Fight. So as I mentioned, just a couple days ago, I ordered some 0048 once again and put that down. So that is why I won't be putting this product down immediately. Obviously this is some potassium. This is for our heat stress. This is for our drought stress. This is putting armor, liquid armor, basically on our grass. I've done the granular application with the sulfate of potash, so I'm not personally going to put this down right away. I'm going to save this. This will be something I'll probably do towards the end of July. But anyways, let's look at it. It's brand new from N-EXT. They do have the sulfate of potash, which I believe is by Sunnyland, if I'm not mistaken. That's what the bag said. This is actually by N-EXT, and it's obviously a liquid concentrate application. So in it is literally 31% soluble potash. One of the things we have constantly been talking about here on my channel is potassium, potassium, potassium. And once again, here we are talking about potassium. And why have they created this for the DIYer like you and like me? And it's because a lot of us have the same result. We're planting grass, and in the heat of the summer, and depending on where you live, the location that you're at, our yards are melting away because we have a deficiency of potassium. This is a liquid concentrate application. Instead of the granular type, we can mix this in. Even though it does say, we're going to talk about this part in a second, but we can apply this and it will be absorbable into the plant and help with stress. So down here, we see that you're only using applied a rate of 2 to 5 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So this gallon is going to last a lot longer than an RGS or a Green Effect bottle, so that's nice. So that deficiency that we've been talking about over and over again, these are the products. This is why I bought this. This should last me a good while into next year, that I will be applying this before the summer. We want to get these type things in our grass before the heat hits, guys. And so that's what I've learned this year. And so that's one of my going into 2021 to 2022 growing season, is to start applying this before the heat comes. Around March, around April, we start throwing this down every 14 days and we start pumping it, maybe even in February when our grass is active, of course, as it says. So if we're mowing in March, we need to start applying this in March and applying it in April and May. And here in North Carolina, as we found out this year, at the end of May, it was no rain and in the 90s. It was ridiculously hot for this time of year, one of the driest years in North Carolina we've ever had. So that is why I purchased this product. So I recommend it. If you're somebody with a nice yard, you want to keep it going, consider adding this to your lawn care plan. And if you're showing a K deficiency, then Green Fight might be something you want to purchase. You're seeing how much it's asking per 1,000 square feet, 2 to 5, which is fairly low. And so you're slowly adding in that potassium to your soil to get your soil right so that your grass will survive. So very excited about this product. Obviously spraying it down and what difference is that than spraying anything else? Nothing. It's going to look the same. Put it in the Strom sprayer, walk around, you guys see me spray it. So when that happens, I will be letting you know when I'm applying it. As I've always mentioned, I keep track of everything I do in my lawn here on the YouTube channel, but as well in the Yard Mastery app. Since the beginning of this year, I've always kept a journal and logged everything that I do. So I will be logging when I do this, and I'll be sure to mention it to you guys. So definitely look at it. Check it out if you prefer. If you don't have a good backpack sprayer, if you don't have something like that and you're not looking to go that route, they have the 0048 that we've shown here on the channel. You can put that in your spreader, the granular application. Walk around your yard and spread it and water that in. There you go. Green Fight. Cool design, very cool bottle, and love the white that they've done here. So next, once again, providing the DIYers with the things that we need to keep our grass alive and kicking. So there you have it, guys. Another video in the books. So there's Green Fight, the newest product from Greene County. But thank you for watching. I know this is a shorter video than I typically do, but not a ton to talk about. I did want to throw in what we talked about in the beginning of this video, talking about the mystery in my backyard. I'll be sure to fill you in on changes. We'll do updates about that. And all. Thanks for watching the video. That's right, you didn't see this coming. We're closing this one out with a dance party. So, Green Fight, yeah. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next Mr. Ferguson video. Oh yeah.